What's up, you guys? It's raining like crazy here in DC, but I wanted to record this intro. A lot of people ask about the bench press arch and why we do it, and I got a lot of thoughts on it, so I wanted to create a video for you kind of explaining that. Hopefully it'll be good for people who don't power lift but have friends who power lift and you're afraid they're gonna die. Don't worry, they're not. Or beginner power lifters can kind of understand why you'd want to utilize the arch in a bench press, and hopefully my setup and what I go through in this video will kind of get you there to creating your own little arch. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope it's not raining wherever you are. See ya! Alright, so for my first reason to use an arch while benching is to create what we can call a scapular retraction. So this pretty much is just tightening your upper back. You can see here I'm super tight here, and then if I do not retract my scapula, this is what it looks like, so kind of loosey-goosey. So this creates a much safer position. The first thing you're going to need to know is that in powerlifting federations, the lifter must have a few points of contact on the bench. Some of them differ, but you'll definitely need your shoulders or traps on the bench, your butt on the bench, and your feet or toes on the ground. So starting with the shoulders and by retracting your scapulas, you achieve a couple of different things. You're going to tighten your upper back and increase the stability of your shoulders. Stability here is good and safe. You know, if my arms are all loosey-goosey and my shoulder isn't locked into place, that might get a little dangerous with this movement. So pretty much when we're retracting the shoulders and kind of puffing our chest up by doing that, we are cheating. We're pretty much cheating for the bench press. You are going to be decreasing the range of motion, so how far the bar needs to move with kind of creating this arch with your body. So this is as much of cheating as someone who doesn't even powerlift would say that sumo deadlifting is cheating. Here you can kind of see how the sumo deadlift has a much shorter range of motion than here, the conventional pull. Like you can see the bar moves a bit higher and I end up standing completely straight and my head is completely cut off in the video. These crazy powerlifters are making the movement easier by decreasing the range of motion and making it so that we can lift more weight, aka win, aka get on a podium and be famous on Instagram, because that's really all that matters. So will benching with an arch give you this kind of huge chest and hypertrophy for some big pecs? Probably not, but it will likely add more to your total. So what I would suggest doing is figuring out what is more important to you and figuring out how you want to bench. Also, let me just say that yes, it will put a little bit of pressure on your back, but this position, depending on how flexible you are, is supposed to be not the most comfortable thing, but it definitely shouldn't be putting you in pain. So if you're setting up your arch and just getting comfortable with it and you ever feel any sharp pain or pain that you can't handle, stop doing it. Maybe figure something else out. And for my third and last reason in this video for why you should use an arch is that you can actually distribute the load onto your legs. Yes, you can use your legs to bench. So with benching with a flat back, nearly all the weight is positioned on the upper back. When you use an arch, what you're doing is distributing the weight between the points of contact that we discussed. So you have your butt and your feet on the ground, and then you have your traps and like upper shoulders on the bench. So now a significant portion of the weight is distributed to your legs. Depending on how flexible you are, you can position your feet almost directly under the load of the bar, making it even better and even easier to utilize more leg drive. So doing this also will add to the tightness that your upper back is already doing by retracting those scapulas again. So by squeezing your butt and creating more of an arch by putting your feet back, and pushing your feet into the ground, your tighter setup will usually always carry over to more weight lifted. If you're tighter, you're gonna be stronger. That's just the way it goes. So those are my 3 reasons for utilizing the arch for a better bench. And I want to let everyone know again that no, it does not hurt. Usually when you see, especially girls a lot of times, you see they have a dramatic arch. It means they have the mobility, and sometimes they're lean, so it just looks even more dramatic than most guys. So in my opinion, there are things that are much more dangerous, like AMRAP handstand push-ups or even running a marathon. So there are risks with everything that you do, but benching with an arch is a position that for me feels a bit more safe than benching in a flat back, at least for my shoulders. And of course, should I ever happen to feel lower back pain, that is something that I will address and change my arch to accommodate that. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and let me know if you were sent here by a powerlifting friend whose health you were once concerned with, and hopefully this cleared it up and made you not afraid that they're gonna die. Let's keep this discussion going, and let me know if you have any more questions or want to see any other videos on weird things that strong and strongish people do, and I'll be happy to try and explain. Alright you guys, so I hope that video was helpful in explaining some reasons on why we arch, and hopefully helped you out a bit. Make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe at the link below, and you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at Meg Squats. So be sure to follow and subscribe, and I love you, and I hope you're staying strong.